What's going on, YouTube? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Welcome to Texas Podcast. Thank you for all the new subscribers, day ones. Thank you for the comments, likes, and feedback. Thank you so much. It's greatly appreciated. To see what's going on, everybody out there today. Do a quick little short live. Uh, got a little bit of free time right now. See what's going on out there. Hopefully, everybody's having a good Labor Day weekend. It's got a gloomy radio over here. I see some pieces of the shit still calling me Francisco, right? Piece of shit bum, you know what I mean? But we're gonna get that settled down pretty quick. It's just a matter of time before that gets resolved. And we'll see who Francisco is in. It's just a matter of time, man, before everything comes to the light. It's just a matter of time. What's going on, Crime Case Chronicle? You early up in this bitch, 4:13 a.m. Shit. I can understand why people are mad. It hurts the people the truth, man. People don't like the truth, man. Right? The truth hurts them. Their true intentions. I'm gonna get my justice, one way or another pretty soon. Uh it's already playing out, man. Hopefully, hopefully the defendant has taken time to read the documents and not just sign off on shit, right? Go read my complaints. Right? Read my complaints. And if you can explain yourself, well then you ain't got nothing to worry about. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Because I see people are still calling me Francisco, right? Based off of you, piece of shit, right? You're the one that started calling me Francisco Noel Martinez. But you're gonna get privileged to the explanation. You will be privileged. Fill out the paperwork. You're doing a good job by accepting it. You're on the right path. Uh, and we'll go from there. It's sad, man. It's sad that this YouTube people portray themselves as people they're really not, man. It's sad. It's sad that people can be anything they want to be on this YouTube other than themselves. What's wrong with being yourself, man? Ain't nothing wrong with it. You see? It's just a matter of time, man. It's a matter of time. Before everybody knows the truth. The truth is going to come to the light, man. Uh, Hopefully, you out there listening. Take your time, read the complaints. If you have answers, legitimate answers for all my complaints, then we'll go from there, man. It's going to be a good one, right? It's going to be a fucking good one. You knew that if you didn't answer that door and do it the right way, it was going to be publicly. I know you hate me because I know who you really are. I get it. I get it. Right. So many years you have tricked the audience. I get it. Here comes me. I expose. What does that say? Kill two birds with one stone. That's what I did, right? I exposed one for his sexual deviancy, and I exposed one for one he really for somebody that he's really not, and he hates that. Right? It's like the devil, man. The devil, once you know who the devil is, he hates you, man. He hates you. Right? The devil, the devil, over a year, man. I've been tormented. Right? Just like I'm gonna tell the judge, right? By no means am I an angel, but at the same time, I've been doing everything I can in my life to make amends for my own history, right? For my own damage, right? I don't need nobody to talk bad about me. I already have my own record. Right? And the sad thing about it is that these people weren't even using my own records. They were using other people's. Right? Manipulating, misinterpreting legal documents. Hey, that's their prerogative, man. Right? But that doesn't give anybody else a right to try to put a jacket on you, man. Especially a jacket of being a sexual predator or a sexual deviant. Everywhere I go and try to participate in anybody else's life, uh, it's like my channel's just tarnished, man. It's like, oh man, you're yeah, Dante used fake paperwork on you, but it's like it's still my shit's corrupted, man. It's tarnished, it's defamed. Uh, there's no way of coming back from this shit, man. All right. Even if I win my case, it's still tarnished. It's still fucking stained, man. You know, my case is 100% winnable, man. Because I have documents for everything I can prove. Or hopefully he's taking his time and actually reading the complaints and not just answering. Right? Take the time, read the complaints, uh, and you can see why I'm suing you. Right? You got guys calling me Francisco, right? Doing YouTube videos, right? Still calling me Francisco. My name is not Francisco, man. Right? But I have to prove a point to this dude. So in court, when everything's come and said, and he's in there facing his own actions, all my videos are defensive videos. All of them, right? Other than expressing my formulated opinion of Mark Moore, all my videos that I've done are based off people's actions, people's statements. Uh, I've never really slandered anybody, man. I've never really talked about anybody to hold myself liable. I haven't. All I speak is facts and my personal experiences. That's it. Why I distance myself? Hey, that's my choice, man. My own choice, right? I decide who I want to align myself and who I want to distance myself from, right? If we're not on the same page, then it's time for me to distance. The person we will have our day, man, to where the explanation really does matter. Right? Explanation is not needed or given to anybody in this chat, right? Because the person that was offended was myself, and the person that did the offended. There's only two people that really need to know the explanation, right? And are going to be privileged to the information. Right? My case, everything that I wrote on that formal complaint, I can prove it. I can prove every single formal complaint that I filed. I've already submitted about 135 pages of screenshots, emails, text messages. The audio and video, that's later down the road. I don't need to know what he has, right? He's the one that's going to know what my discoveries are, right? He's on the defense. So he will be privileged. He will be privileged to get in an explanation, right? He will. If anybody feels other, well then you could feel other, man. Right. All I know is that I can prove everything that I filed on that formal complaint. And that's all that matters. The first time I heard was from the defendant. The very first time that I heard anything was from the defendant in his platform. It's not anybody's to decide the outcome of it, right? As a citizen, I filed the formal complaint. Uh, it says his right to answer, and based off facts. That's all it is. Based off facts. That's all it is. Right. I can prove everything. The loss of future revenue, the traumatic stress. What to give you gonna come over here? I'm just gonna ban you, man. All right. I'm already at the halfway point, and I don't have to explain. Nobody has to explain themselves any further on social media. Nobody, man. Right. That's why we have a court system to dictate that and see the outcome of it. There's no more need for anybody to hold panels and talk out their neck. We will have our opportunity to present our case. That's all that matters, right? All it matters is that we're going to present our case to sound judgment-minded people, man, educated people, right? People that can say, hey, all right, you have a case or you don't have a case, right? But just when you tell somebody the case and they're like, man, we don't need to hear the more. That's just based off what you told me. It's enough for different. It's based off of a good case. We don't need to hear no more, man. We don't need to hear no more, right? Based off what you just told me, if there's more, then you don't need to tell me no more, right? Based off of what you just told me, that's sufficient. So if you feel that I have no case, it's not. First of all, you're not an educated person to make that outcome, and first, you're not a judge, or you're not going to be in that courtroom, man. Right? You don't know what evidence I have and don't have, so you can't just be, oh, you ain't got a case. It's not your call, right? It's not my call, right? All I'm doing is, as a citizen, filing a formal complaint. Do I have evidence and proof, documents to back up my claims? Yes. To the extent of what? 100%. 100%. 100%. So it's not up for me or up to you or anybody at the chat to try to make a decision to say, oh, you're guilty, you're innocent. Right? This is not nobody's bullshit kangaroo court. We're dealing with the real legal system, man. Where they're going to be able to make the call on it, right? And they have the call to decide, hey, well, we got a case or we don't, right? We'll find out. We'll find out once we go through the motions, right? Once we go through the motions, we will figure out if we have a case or not, right? That's the whole point of the pretrial, right? That's the whole point, right? Do I want a jury trial or do I want a judge trial? I prefer a judge trial, a trial by judge, right? A trial by jury, you leaving it off to the emotions of the people. And that'd be like the same thing, leaving it up to the chat room. No, I'll be happy with the outcome, whatever the judge decides. Right? I'm happy with the outcome of whatever the judge decides, right? Because it's my case to prove that I can prove my complaints. That's all I have to do. in this type of courtroom setting. I have to prove my case. And how am I going to prove my case? Well, text messages, emails, screenshots, video and audio. That's how you prove your case. That's how you do it. That's how you do it, man. You got to have facts. Right? And if you got facts, then you ain't got nothing to worry about. Right? Because an educated judge that's been there, you're not the first I'm not the first case this judge is going to hear, right? She's not a fucking uh spring chicken. No. This judge has heard, if not hundreds, thousands of civil. That ain't nothing happened to facts, bro. Not on me. All right. I have all the facts. I have all the facts. I can prove my case. I can prove my case. It's the defendant's responsibility to debunk, right? I have everything. I have all the facts. I don't work with he said, she said, man. I work with facts. Facts. My responsibility as the plaintiff is to prove my complaint. Right? It's not just me talking out my neck. Right? I can prove everything with birth certificates, documents, whatever you want to, I can provide. And that's all that matters, man. In a civil matter case. Yeah, I like the facts too, bro. I like the facts, man. I like the facts. Because facts don't lie, man. You can try to manipulate it, misinterpret it, or try to hide the facts. But the facts are the facts, man. I hope he takes the time, reads the complaints, answers them properly. Take the time, man. Because for about a year, man, my physical, my mental health has deteriorated. It has deteriorated, man. All for trying to do something good. I'm not trying to fuck up anybody's culture, man. I didn't know booty bandits were accepted in any kind of culture. Regardless of a race, black, Mexican, white, purple, pink, a booty bandit is a booty bandit, man. He belongs in no culture. They should be like in the outskirts, man. Like how they do it in the Peruvian prisons. They leave them dudes out there fending for themselves, digging in the population of the prison trash. It just it's just sad, man, that I have to go to this distance to clear up my name, man. Right? Even through my name's already been cleared, right? My name's already been cleared, man. He's going to be privileged to it, man. So I don't know what culture Mark would belong in, right? I don't know what people would try to invite him over to the cook over. I don't know, man. It's a small niche of characters, right, that would associate themselves with them, or even try to have any kind of socialization with this type of character, man. Like in reality, man. Like, would you really invite Mark over for a few beers, not knowing his health? What's going on, Jojo? How you doing, bro? And not knowing his health, sharing a blunt with him, you're not really going to invite this dude over. So why would you associate with yourself, right? Like a lot of people are saying, "Oh man, you're culture vulturing." Like, man, I never meant to disrespect the black culture, man. It was never to me. It was never to be like, "Oh man, I'm attacking the black culture." No, it was just the deviancy of one man. And during that whole time of me trying to do the right thing, right? Basically, what people are trying to do right now, hold Mark accountable and try to do the right thing now. I've been doing it from the beginning, right? But my name got smutted up to where uh, I got to clear it up. We're in the process. He answered it. They will, bro. They will. You know, he answered it. He acknowledged it. So now they got 14 days, to answer. Uh, all I know is that they need to read the complaint, right? And they need to read and understand my argument points. I don't have a kid with no minor. Right. I have no kids with no minors. I've never been convicted of any sexual deviancy. Plead out, probation. I'm not Francisco Noel Martinez. I didn't plead out to a 10-year probation. I don't have AIDS. I don't have hepatitis C. I don't sleep around with prostitutes. My ex baby mama's name is not Sabrina. Right. My ex baby mama's name is not Sabrina. All this information, all my complaints are valid and provable points. Just like what I'm going to tell the judge, by no means, Your Honor, by no means am I a perfect angel. You know what I mean? But at the same time, uh, I've done things to make amends for my past. Right? I jumped on YouTube not to glorify or talk about my past. Uh, it's to try to do the right thing, man. I don't talk about glorifying prison. I don't glorify about kids going out there hitting licks or, I wish somebody would have told me at 13, 14, hey, man, learn a trade, learn how to be a plumber, learn how to be an electrician, learn how to do some kind of trade. Right. And that's what I thought me coming on here on YouTube, I was going to do, man, do something for the good, not for the bad, man. I wasn't going to come on here and try to glorify the streets or the prison. No, those weren't never my intentions. Just my stories, my past of my past is what's molded me to the person I am today. Right? Could I have changed some things? Yes, I could have changed some things. Could I have gone about it other? Yes, yes. But as a man and as a kid, I played the cards that I was dealt. I didn't cry about it. I played it. I never been a complainer or a victim and been a always blaming the next man for my failures. No, I hold myself accountable and I move on, man. Right. At the same time, I know I'm not an angel, but at the same time, I know I'm not no motherfucking sexual predator, deviant, out here catching victims left and right, like how these guys portrayed me. There's no difference than cyberbullying, man. I, check it out, Jojo. There's this one dude named Mooney, right? Hip said he was in there messing with them boys, right? He's a Muslim, but he's one of them. It's because there's different types of Muslims. There's like the Shia Muslims, and then there's the Muslims that sell the bean pies. Man, I can't. What type of Muslims they are, man? They're the American Muslims, right? Like the I guess the ones that fall under Farrakhan. And this is like, yeah, we don't, yeah, Sunni, he goes, yeah, he probably was messing with them boy. Man, look, based off the numbers, right? If you go based off the numbers, if one person says that 85 to 95% were indulging, well, damn, man, then the 5-10% must be the first thing they should have done is hit the lottery. Because if they were the very low percentage not indulging or participating to one level and extent, and you want to be the solution when you're out here, right? I don't get that. You know what I mean? If you're in a leadership role, an imam, uh, a speaker, the person that makes the calls, thumbs up, thumbs down on that yard or block, uh, you would have started it there from the beginning. Be like, say, look at man, me and my brothers, we ain't gonna have that foul shit around here, man. We have prayer, we have prayers here. We don't want to be smelling that shit. We don't want that around here, man. It's unholy for us, and we don't want it around us. And if you really believed on it, man, you go to war for it, right? Because if it's part of your religion, be like, man, we don't. Hey, we're going to war for it. Bodies are going to start piling up because it's what I believe in. And if I believe in it and I'm in a high rank position, I'm pretty sure everybody under me is going to believe it as well. So I should have an army to back up my plate. Yes, it's just too many it's just too many funny shit, man. Right. Me, I feel good, man. I honestly feel good. This year, I'm not gonna lie, man. It's almost like a suicidal at times, man. At the beginning, it was like almost like a suicidal, man. Like almost wanted to crash out, man. Like just fucking renting a car and just driving up somewhere, man, and just proving my point, right? So it's like almost like crashing out, man, at the expense of these guys. Uh, that's hell, man. That's fucking hell, right? And to think, man, that I wasn't trying to disrespect anybody's culture, man. Right? I didn't try to offend any kind of race, right? And if y'all take it that way, that y'all feel like I'm a racist or I offended, man, I apologize because it was my intentions were never that, right? And I've never said anything disrespectful, right? I've never said any kind of derogatory word or any kind of racist shit, man. Even at my most angriest moments, right? Even when I felt at my angriest, I've never said any kind of derogatory racist word to anybody, man. because it's not it's that's not my go-to, man. That's not like that's not in the of my front. I don't judge people based off of their color. You know, when Bobby reached out to me, man, right? He reached out, hey, look, woo, woo, woo. But all along, right, in my mind, I'm like, man, something's going on right here, right? So I kind of trusted him, right, but not fully extended trust, right? I trusted him, right, to an extent, but after a while, you started seeing too many red flags, too many red flags, too many red flags. When he asked me, right, when he asked me for $100, right, I knew he did not need those $100. Right? He wasn't asking me because he needed it, right? He didn't need it. When he asked me, it was more to it was a test, right? It was a test on his end to see if I was gonna loan it to him or I wasn't gonna loan it to him. Right? It was more of a damn if I do and damn if I don't. All along, he seen that Hips was getting paid, right? He seen Hips was getting paid. He's like, fuck, let me see if I can go get some money over there. When he asked me, right, I even told certain people, I'm like, man, I feel like it's a test, man. I feel like it's a damn if I do and damn if I don't. Right. But it was almost like he was looking for an excuse to jump ship. Right. He was looking for an excuse to switch sides. Right. Since I hadn't given him any kind of reason to switch up on me. But the part was when he asked to loan me money, right? That was part of the test. That was part one. Right. If I don't loan it to him, it would have been bitches and hoes. Bitches and hoes. Oh, Noel's a bitch. Noel's a hoe. He didn't let me no money, right? That would have been the excuse for him to switch sides. It would have been a reason for him to justify his actions. Right. But since I loaned it to him, he's like, fuck. You know, what other way can I switch sides? Right. But he was hoping that I was gonna be like, hey, hold on, man, you can keep those $100. Thank you for helping me out. Right. That's what he wanted. Right? He wanted me to be like, oh man, don't worry about those $100. Right? But since I already knew the intentions, I had to ask for those $100 back, right? Because I was put in the situation of damn if I do and damn if I don't. I can see the plays ahead of time, right, with people's intentions, and I wasn't wrong, man. I wasn't wrong. Basically, everything he said when they were over here on my platform, that everything he said was for entertainment purposes. Right. So now you switch up and now you go over there. So what are you doing it for now? What is it for? My shit was never for entertainment purposes. It was never for monetary gain. It was just always to you get the truth and get the victims a peace of mind. Now that the victims don't want to participate, hey, that's them, right? I did my job, and if they want to go about it how they want to go about it, that's rightfully theirs. Right. That's rightfully that they can do whatever they want. Right. You step away, right? I step away from the picture. If you If I'm a general and there's another general and I fall ill, I would expect the other general to continue the battle, man. Right? I wouldn't expect the general to switch sides. That defeats the whole purpose. It's like, damn, man, like, so everything that we did over here was just for entertainment purposes. That's all it was for. It's just it's hard, man. People can call me we intercepted my play. He didn't intercept my play, man. He called once again, right? When you say intercepted play, was it based off false narrative? You got to be truthful, right? When you say he intercepted my play off this off lies and deceit, right? He contacted the mayor by saying, "Oh, Noel's over there trying to exploit the victims." In which, in reality, I was not trying to exploit the victims. That's y'all. That's y'all. That's what y'all are trying to do. But since I'm so passionate, right, and so emotional on what the fuck I do and care about, uh, it comes off like I'm crazy, man. Right. But that's what happens when you're so full of passion and you want to do the right thing, man, and you're not doing it for the money, right? I'm not doing it for my handout, right? I'm not expecting any kind of monetary gain other than the truth be told. When I reached out to the mayor, I didn't reach out to exploit him, right? You had his number, you passed it on, and you were reaching out to in the background. I get it, right? I get it. I get it. Everybody has their own agenda, man. Everybody. Even myself at one time, man. Right? I wanted to prove and force things into existence. Right. And two things. First, I'm not a victim and I'm not a member of the family of victims to where I can press that issue. Right. So that's why I acknowledged it and I stepped back from it. I'm gonna be like, fuck, and during that whole time, I gotta clear up my name, right? I got my own justice to seek. The only justice that I can seek is civil suing the guy, right? And file and file my complaint on why I'm suing him, right? And everything that I can file on that complaint, I can prove it and back it up. All for what? For trying to do the right thing, man. Right? I I wasn't trying to disrespect anybody's culture, man. I didn't know booty bandits were embraced in any culture, right? Because I don't know any kind of booty bandits personally, right? That I can just dial up and be like, hey, let's chop it up. I don't. I don't. And and I told I said, look, man, they're gonna try to conquer and divide, man. Right. But you can't think for other people, man. When it's gonna happen, right? You know, I could have been over there and been like, oh man, don't talk to them dudes, man, from the beginning, right? But when Mother Nature's gonna take its course, it's gonna take its course, man. At the end of the day, people are still invested into this race thing, man. Right? That I'm gonna stick with mine and you stick with your own. right? I get that, man, right? People, especially people that did a lot of time, right? A lot of people that did a lot of time, they're institutionalized where they're, hey, we're gonna stick with our race, our race, our race, our gang, and fuck everybody else. So people that've done heavy time, I can understand why what people would be like, hey, maybe you're kind of racist. Well, yeah, well, prison makes you racist, man. If you're in an environment where you're separated by race for multiple years, decades, it becomes nature, man. It becomes natural. So I can't expect a black man that's aligned himself with his own, that believes in his culture, to come hang out with an other, right? So I knew his connection was strong, right? I can tell him, hey, don't reach out to them people. But once June and everybody started reaching out to him and saying, hey, we can pay you. We'll pay you. We'll pay you $500 to expose your face. Right? Once there was no money to be made on this side of town, when it seems like you sold yourself to the highest bidder. Right? June started contacting you for the puppet master. And at the end of the day, it's just like a big old pyramid scheme, man. I, I'm not I'm not calling you racist. I'm not calling you racist, man. I have not said that you're racist. All I'm saying is that somebody that's been in prison for decades, years, that mentality is hard to kind of break, man. If you're gonna assist your own, or you're gonna assist a Mexican or a white or a other, that culture is gonna kick in, and you're gonna be like, hey, you're my brother. I seen it with Mark, right? Perfect example. My personal experience with you is, you were calling Mark all this predator and monster and sicko, and but as soon as you and him were in the same panel, y'all were calling each other brothers. I mean, so I don't get it, man. You know what I mean? But I gotta understand that when you were over here on my panels, it was just entertainment purposes, right? You weren't really speaking or doing anything for the victims. Now that you're supposedly the equalizer of justice, you're out for vengeance for the victims, right? Now, with everything that you're saying, should hold value and weight. But when's the time going to come that you're going to flip around and say, hey, I don't care? How can you call him a predator and you call him your brother at the same time? How can you despise somebody and shake their hand? If I don't like you, I don't like you. I'm just gonna cut it. It's like, this is myself, and hey, chunky deuce. I see you crossing. I'm not gonna expect you to cross. I'm gonna cross the street to avoid you. Right? I'll go the extra step. I'll go the extra mile to avoid you. I don't know, man. It's like 20 years, right? You were in prison for 20 years. And in those 20 years, did you assist anybody? Did you help anybody? Did you? And I know you couldn't control the whole prison, but at least your dorm, your tank, and it would have probably spread like wildfire. Say, hey man, the Muslims ain't playing, man. They said, hey, they're gonna cut that shit out, and eventually they would have put all these freaks in one dorm, right? 10 dorm. They would have had no choice but to put all these freaks in 10 dorm. If all the organizations, especially the ones that are from the motherland of California, if they would have put their foot down and said, hey man, let's put all these motherfuckers in one block. But no, because everybody was eating off of it one way or another, right? Maybe people weren't cracking them cheeks, but they were protecting and extorting. Either way, right? They weren't really part of the solution. They were more part of the problem, right? Because it's like when you're right then and there in the, as you would say, in the front lines, right? Right now, you want to speak for the victims, but you're like in the fucking you're in the reserves, right? But when you were in the front line, nobody was busting the grape for the victims. Nobody was busting the grape for the victims when you were in the front line. And what I mean in the front line is that you were there doing time for 20 years. That's the front line. That's when you say, hey, look, hold on up, man. I would understand the 5, 10, but maybe after the 15th year, after you would have got rank and seniority, people would have followed you. Then you could have put a stand to it. But now it's like, it seems like you're only gravitating to the highest bidder. To the highest bidder, man. To the highest bidder, man. And then you felt that you were entitled to that, right? You said, man, you should have been paying me for my services. That sounds like a war daddy talk, right? You should have been paying me. Like I thought we were on this righteous path of speaking for the victims. I didn't know anybody needed to be paid, right? I didn't. Hips is just like Brad Lucas. You think Brad Lucas wants to tell his story? No. But Hips is still struggling. So in order for you to get the real truth from Hips, you had to pay the man. Or else he wasn't going to disclose the whole truth. But after Hips told the truth, there was no point of paying him anymore, man. There was no point. I don't know, right? I don't know, Bobby. Uh, I don't know, man. I, I I'm not I'm not looking uh I'm not looking to, clear up your credit or slander you any kind of way, man. I'm just everything that I speak about, man, it's just my formulated opinion based off action statements and personal experience, man. Uh my interactions with certain people. It's not I'm not being a bias or just talking out my neck. Yeah, see, hips is still, I mean, shit. Look at all the trauma. Right? He done told his story. Right. I don't want to be a contributing if he's still using. I don't want to be a contributing to his downfall. You're right, young. I'm not saying anything about your name. Right. I'm not saying anything about your name. All I'm saying is what I've gone through personally. I don't know. Right. Maybe you could have had. I don't know. It is, man. It's a sad situation, right? It's a sad, and that's why I kind of feel bad for him, man. It's like there's no more point of contributing. So see, there we go. You're sounding like you're defending Mark, young blood. It sounds like you're defending Mark. A drug addict is like you're victim shaming, man. It's like you're victim shaming, man. Instead of holding the fucking piece of shit responsible for what he did to the victims, you're looking at the victim. Oh man, you shouldn't have worn that little dress. You shouldn't have been smoking. It's like always looking for the victim instead of trying to hold the person that's the fuck up accountable. You see, that's why you lose credibility, young blood. You lose credibility, man. Your actions and statements speak totally fucking different, man. You just look what a drug addict will tell you anything to what the hips tell me that offended you that you have to make that comment. How? Other than try to justify, oh man, don't believe what Hip said about Mark, right? That's what I get out of context. Right? When you say statements like that in comments, it only means that you're trying to defend the sexual predator. I don't get it, man. You see, your actions and statements speak differently, man. It's like you're defending one of your own. I don't know. But I know he's one of your own. He's your brother, right? I don't know how much further it goes other than that. I wasn't there. I'm just basing everything, my formulated opinion, off statements, actions, and personal experience. I don't know. But it sounds to me like you're victim shaming, man. Instead of pointing the finger at the real problem, you're pointing the problem at the victim. And I don't know how you look at it or how you see things, but that's the way I take it at, right? Especially somebody calling themselves the equalizer of justice, right? Regardless if they're high, psychotic, alcoholic, it doesn't give predators like Mark Moore to do the things they did and get away with it, right? But guys like you and other degenerates have tried to normalize his deviancy, have tried. But guess what? I'm still here. I'm still here calling you out on all the fake shit, right? The camaraderie. It's sad, man. Right? It's sad that didn't you call me Francisco? Didn't you make a video yesterday calling me Francisco or Francisco Noel? Oh, I I was gonna let right, but when you can't hold your own accountable, and then you get mad at outsiders coming in holding them accountable, right? I said, look, maybe since I'm Mexican, let's see if the so-called YB is going to hold this predator accountable. And what did you do instead? You went over there and started singing Kumbaya, holding hands around the campfire. Right. So I did say, hey, let another black man hold another black man accountable. But did you hold him accountable? No, right? Because everything that you said to call him a predator and a monster, you said everything was for entertainment purposes. You didn't mean it. All this is based off me, man. When the dude offered me $300, man, $300, right? $300 is you can say it's more than what I make right now, man. Right? Because I make like maybe what, like $10 a month ever since the defamation kicked in. I don't make nothing off of it, man. So my integrity, my morals, and what I believe is right and wrong, there's not a price you can put on it, man. There's not a price. I came along this for the truth, for the truth, man. If uh, my intentions weren't here to make enemies with young blood or anybody, man. You know, people say, "Oh, man, you don't like black." No, man, I welcome young blood into my camp, man. Right? I welcomed them in. I welc I welcomed them in. I didn't say, "Oh man, he's a black dude. I don't want to fuck with him." Nah, man, I welcomed them in. They even said, "Hey, man, whenever you want to do a video on your own on my platform, let me know, man. The platform's yours. Whatever you want to fucking talk about." Right? I welcomed them in, man. If he would have told me with the intention from the beginning and be like, "Hey, look, man, I'm trying to get paid as well too," then I would have said, "Oh, okay, man, let me see, let me see how I can make some money, to get you paid too as well." You know what I mean? Let's see how we can do it. Put your cash up there on my channel. If somebody wants to donate to you, hey, go, more power to you, right? I any kind of way that I could help you on my channel to help. If you would have told me, "Hey, man, I want to make some money," then that would have been like, "Oh fuck, oh, this dude wants to make some money too." Then but when you come and present, you present yourself to somebody like you're a justice for equalizer, and then you want justice, and you're not looking for anything, and you know then your intentions weren't really honest, because I didn't know you wanted me to pay you. I didn't know that people wanted money to participate. I didn't know this shit. I thought people now, if you would have said, "Hey, man, you think you can toss me $20 if I can get some Wi-Fi, or you can think you can toss me 30 bucks?" I would have tossed, be like, "Here you go, man." And I wouldn't even expected it back. Just like when Hips would have called me, "Hey, can I borrow 20, 30 bucks? Here you go, man." Because I already had in mind that, hey, Hips wants money as well. He's helping me out, but he wants money as well. So it's like I let my guard down, man. Right. I'm seeking, I'm hungry for knowledge, man. Right. I'm trying to find faith in something before I die, right? I'm trying to find something that I can, uh, show my son that maybe, hey, there's something that you like, and maybe you can, go deeper into it, or whatnot, right? So you can say I'm a vulnerable lost soul, right? So shit, when somebody's being like, you know, helpful, and trying to guide you spiritually, you're like, hey man, you take it for what it is, man, right? I can't be always thinking every time somebody's trying to fuck me over, right? I can't always have the mentality of having my guard up, and like if I'm on the streets. Right? I'm no longer. I haven't been in the fucking streets for over 20 something years. Right? I've been paying taxes. I've been doing everything that I can to try to make myself be a participating member of society. Right? Every time I did this from the kindness of my heart, man. Yes, after a while, it became I guess tormented for me, man. Right? Like I said, once it started becoming you know, false charges and false narrative, and this and that. Uh, there was no choice, man. It's like there's no anything I said or do. It's pointless, man. It's like there's nothing. My only option is having this civil matter, right? And that's my only option, and hopefully, uh, the judge can see through it, right? She can, uh, I mean, she they can read the complaints that I put in there. Uh, I have no kids. I was mind and shit like that. Manipulation knowingly for you know documents, man. I have everything that's on that complaint. I can prove it 100%, man. So once I get that verdict from my civil case, uh, I'm gonna go to Google and YouTube with it. Those are my plans right there, man. Right? Because it's like there's no apologies, right? My shit, I can't come back from this shit no more, man. Right? It's like the only thing that I can get, the only way I can get some kind of justice, man, and show people, and that people that are still around be like, look, here it goes, look, right? Apparently I fucking won. So apparently if I won, then I must have been fucking telling the truth, right? I'm confident, man. I'm confident 100%. 100%, man. There's not nothing on that complaint that I can't prove. There's nothing on that complaint, right? On that complaint, I did not even put doxing. I can't prove doxing. So it'll defeat the purpose of me arguing that or even complaining about it, right? Even taking up the judge's time of them even hearing that argument. I can't prove it. I can't prove that he doxed me, right? I would have to go to fucking a major's extent, of hiring and having. I mean, I can have subpoena for his electronics, right, to see what shit he's been deleted, right? Because I have proof. I have proof that he's deleted videos off his devices to hide and to avoid being held accountable, right? But I have videos that shows, hey, this guy has a pattern of uploading and deleting videos. So if I can subpoena it for the discovery to show that, hey, look, this guy he uploads and I can prove it, right? I can prove that he deletes videos. He goes in there, defames my character, and deletes them, right? But I have proof of them. I have proven I can paint the picture of him weaponizing YouTube as a weapon. Right? He's caused me tremendous emotional distress, man. Physical, right? My health, man. The worst thing that can happen to anybody that suffers from any kind of autoimmune disease is stress. Stress can kill somebody, man. Stress can give a person a heart attack. Stress can cause a person to go crazy just from overthinking and thinking and thinking, right? Emotional, man, right? Physical. This past year, my health has deteriorated, man. Emotionally and physically, man. Right? And it's gonna show in all my videos, right? All my defensive videos is gonna show a man that's nearing breaking point, right? Going on y'all's lives, cussing at y'all like a wild man, right? Why? Why is this guy going on there so emotionally to these fucking distress? Well, that's what y'all put me through, right? I don't even I don't even pay attention to what they put out there, man. Right? I don't even pay attention because all they want is for me to get mad at them and give them some kind of a yeah, man. I don't care, right? I have enough documentation to prove my case, man. Right? I don't need any more. Right? I don't need any more. Right? I don't even sit there and entertain these guys of giving them a view or watching. I don't even watch this shit, man. And that's the honest truth. Right? I don't. Because everything will come to the light shortly, man. We will have our day in court. Right? We will have our day in court. Right? And everything that I say, I can prove with facts. I know you hate me because I know who you really are. Right. I know, man. What are the blue tarps, man? The blue tarps on the roof. Right. You didn't take I told you to get that shit fixed, but you too worried about fucking booty bandits that you let your family go. Right. You're more worried about defending Mark Moore instead of being a provider and a protector for your own family. That's sad, bro. But that tells me your character. If you don't give a fuck about your own, that's sad. Right? That's sad. It's about to start snowing. If that roof is that weak as we speak, man, 2, 3 inches of snow. Is that shit even livable? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Just I don't like speaking on the haves and have-nots, man. That's I've never been that type of guy of measuring people on success on who got more, who got less. Right? I've never measured anybody by that. I've always measured them by their character and who they are. I could care less that you broke, but as long as you're real with me, man, right? As long as that you're gonna tell me the truth when I ask you something. Your honesty and your integrity means more than what you got in your pocket to me. Because if you don't have it, maybe we can get it together, right? That comes down the road, man. So they can hold their panels and do what they want. At the end of the day, we're gonna have our day in court, man. And that to me, that's what matters, man. Right? This holding court, kangaroo court on panels, it don't hold no value, man. It don't hold no weight. Right? What holds weight is black and white. Black and white, man. See, but God soldier, man, it's fucked up, man. Right? I'm just basing going off the comments right now, man. If um but that's what they wanted, man. It's always they've always been wanting to isolate and ridicule poor old God soldier, man. And that tells you right there, man, that God soldier really fucks with y'all, man. Like he's really part. He really wants to be accepted by y'all, man. He wants to be part of the culture, right? And he has no problem telling you, hey, man, look, I want to be, I want to roll with y'all. I want to roll with y'all, man. That to me, man, if somebody is that loyal, I embrace that motherfucker and I groom him, right? If this motherfucker wants to be down with me so buddy, he wants to be with the culture. Yeah, all right, come on, man. Right? Embrace the motherfucker instead of pushing him off, pushing him, egging him on, and trying to get a negative reaction off the white guy. Instead of building the dude up, y'all tear him down, man. Right? Because I get it. Once again, he's a white guy, right? Trying to embrace the culture that doesn't want to embrace him. It's fucked up, man. Right? That's just the way I see it, man. Right? The very first time that I ever seen God Soldier, he was introduced by that other piece of shit as a racist white guy. Right? The very first time I thought God Soldier was a racist dude, man. Right? Because that's the way he was presented to the audience. If I'm racist, then why would I let this racist ass white boy on? Right? That's how I was presented to. That's how God Soldier was presented to me as a racist white guy. And I looked at the dude, right? I stereotyped him. I seen a dude. I seen a white dude that was all fucking wasted, shirt off, slurring. I said, "Oh man, this dude, he might be racist, right?" Me not knowing. But then once I started seeing guys, oh, God Soldier just wants to be embraced. He wants to be part of the culture. Right? He wants to be accepted. Right? He's doing videos of 3-6 Mafia beats. He's rapping. He's doing everything that somebody that would do to say, hey, look, I don't know if he has like I don't know, right? I don't know. I don't know where I don't know too much of God Soldier. I don't know if he grew up, you know, in the South or Midwest. I don't know if he's just you know, uh, for me, for me, my example, I had Corey, and then he had his brother named Red. Uh, so I grew up with blacks growing up, so I don't know To me, it was never wanted to be a part of any culture, right? My growing up, my cultures to were intertwining. So and poor God soldier, man, you know what I mean? Because I see God soldiers, his intentions, man. You know, his intentions are good, but sometimes his intentions get manipulated, man. You know, sometimes his intentions get manipulated, and it's fucked up, man. You know, because I've seen him when you know he's at that verge of saying that word, right? Where they just and that I understand. You know, that's a lot of people's defense mechanism, right? That the way they can hurt, they feel like they can hurt somebody by saying a derogatory racist statement. Right? But at the end of the day, that now they're just going to be using that against you forever. So it's like you just gave them ammunition for the rest of your life. But when you get the alcohol and the smoking, and you're not going to be able to control yourself as composure, man. Right? Especially when you have a panel of people attacking you. To me, it's fucked up, man. Because now it's like they don't want a Mexican, they don't want a white. It's all it's like what Youngblood said. I thought you said you were gonna let a black man take care of it. So it's like it's like everybody can try to hold the black man accountable, but y'all don't. Right? And then when everybody else tries to hold them accountable, or, oh, you're racist. Right? Now God Soldier's like uh now he's portrayed or going to be known as a racist. But I don't see God Soldier as a racist. Now I just see God Soldier as a dude that, you know, his intentions are good, but they're just sometimes the alcohol, uh sometimes on his own doing, you know, he manipulates and fucks it up, you know, and then sometimes it's manipulation by others that want a reaction out of him. It's fucked up, man. That people get a joy out of this shit, man. It's fucked up. I mean, to me it is. You know what I mean? To me, it's like my intention were never to be like to get on anybody's bad side, man. My intention was just to get the truth from, you know, once it started becoming a slander, you know, what else can I do? I mean, there's nothing I can do other than take legal actions. That's it. That's all I can do. It's wait for our court date, man. You know, and that's it. You know, the best man wins, right? And the thing about it, in that these courts is as long as you can prove your case, man. As long as you can prove your complaints with not just uh, my wife is a witness, right? Uh, she's gonna be able to testify what's going on, Texas, until my well being has changed drastically in the last year, man. Right, and I would understand, right? And I'm pretty sure the judge is going to understand that. Like if I was exposing or bothering, you know, your average citizen, right? Uh, but all my videos were just about one guy's documentary. That's it. And then it started becoming Francisco with fake other people's paperwork, manipulating the paperwork, misinterpreting the paperwork, um, to defame somebody's character, man. And that's the whole thing that in this civil case, man. That everything that I found on that complaint, I can prove everything, 100%. I wasn't bothering like a scholar or a scientist or I wasn't making videos. I was making videos about a monster, man. That anybody that watches that documentary will have no other choice to agree. Be like, man, this dude's a sick fuck. So just a little quick live, man. Because I know, like I said, man, my health is deteriorating this last year, and I need to take care of my health. Everything's in motion right now. You know, he got he knows, man. He knows he knows the process, man. So they can make panels and videos, or I really don't care at this point, man. At this point, I have enough sufficient uh, to win my case, man. Right? Um, and maybe later on, I'll probably go clear up some StreamYard space, and go see if they're doing any videos, man, to see what they're saying. You know what I mean? Just to show them, hey, look, these guys they're just continuing, man. You know what I mean? Uh, but the proof is going to be in the pudding, man. All right? Everything, everything's going to come to light, man. You know, so they can hoo hurrah. Man, appreciate that, young blood. Hey, man, check it out. I ain't got nothing against you, bro. I don't wish you any kind of bad, man. It is what it is, man. I don't wish you any kind of harm. I'm not. As you can see, I'm not making any kind of videos of anybody, man. Right? I haven't made any kind of videos of anybody, but it seems people are are constantly doing videos of me, right? Calling me out of my name, right? So it's like I have no choice but to defend myself, right? I have no choice but to defend myself, right? I'm not making no videos of anybody, man. I haven't even dropped any videos of Mark, but people continue doing it because all at the end of the day, all it does is going to paint a perfect case for me, right? It's all it's going to paint a perfect picture, man. Be like, look, I, I don't need to be making videos no more of defending, right? It's already we're already in the motions of the courts. There's no more points of me saying oh this and that. There's that's it, right? There's no more explaining to anybody on here, right? So that's why, man. If I offended anybody, man, uh, my intention was never to do that, man. I apologize. My intention was never to make any oppositions. Uh, I knew coming at this, my opposition was going to be Mark, right? And I knew that, right? I didn't know that going after one guy's sexual deviancy, I was going to be attacked by a squad, a network. all for speaking what everybody else is. It's the same thing young blood is speaking, right? The same thing young blood is speaking about. Like I said, I'm still on the same team, man. Right? I'm still for the victims. If young blood is still if young blood is saying he's for the victims, then apparently we're still on the same team but different divisions, right? We're apparently for the same thing, right? I mean, we want. I don't want no more people to be victimized or extorted. But it's like different it's like different networks, man. You got NBC, you got ABC, you got Fox, and you got different broadcasters, man. But everybody's trying to report the news. So man, like I said, man, don't let no videos, don't let the views, don't let the subscribers decide the outcome of anything, man. Well, I'm not gonna let that decide the outcome of my end. Right? Yeah, he says what time are you say you're gonna have a young blood? Because on my end, man, all I can do is let the courts, let the courts decide, man. If the courts decide that, hey, uh, no wrong was doing, then no wrong was doing, right? But let's the courts decide that, right? Let's not decide uh YouTube decide, right? Because YouTube that's all I can do on my end, man. I can't there's been many times, and I hopefully he's read the complaints, man. Hopefully he's read the complaints, uh, and he has answers for those complaints, right? And I can show my discovery, as you would say, right? Because he's the one that's gonna have to uh know what kind of discovery I have, right? Okay, what do I have to back up these complaints, right? Well, I have audio and video. I've already submitted about 135 pages of text, email, screenshots. Uh, so everything that's on that complaint, it's going to be the judge's decision to feel if I was wrong or I wasn't. Right? That's going to be up to her. The judge that's in that courtroom, her name is the Honorable Sasha Moreno. So it's going to be based off on her, how I present it. She's going to decide if I was wrong or not, and if I can prove it. That's all that matters, man. At the end of the day, not the views, not the subscribers, not the clicks. At the end of the day, when it's that serious, man, where I could have got killed, I still could get killed, man. Right? Because people still believe this shit. People are still calling me Francisco. People are still calling me Francisco. But it's going to be my job to, to prove my complaint, which I can. Birth certificates, audio and video. We all have a past, man. And that gives nobody else to make you look worse than what yourself has already made yourself look, right? But especially when you've been trying to do everything right to you know, fix your own background, right? As far as, not being that you don't need people from society damaging your character and your image. There's no it shouldn't give anybody a right, man, to smut up anybody else. You know, if it's facts, it's facts. Right? But if it's not, then you can't it gives you no right, man. It gives nobody a right, man, to be so evil, man. Everything that I said about Mark Moore, he said it himself. Everything he said it himself. That's what I don't get, man. It's not like I'm making shit up about the dude, right? I'm not making stuff about anybody, right? Now people started making stuff about me, manipulating documents, misinterpreting documents, trying to convict people, and trying to put jackets on people. It's like I'm working hard to be a contributing member of society, trying to correct my own wrongdoings, right? Wrongdoings for my own actions, right? That it doesn't give people the right to try to come and damage more of your character, man, with lies and deceit and false narrative, man. Even through my channel is destroyed. As you can say, my social media image and personality is destroyed, man. Because I can't even join somebody else's life without being, hey, who cares about booty bandits? Right? It's like I'm not even I'm not even talking about. I'm joining somebody else's life, and I'm talking and I'm agreeing with what they got going on, and I guess somebody sees me in the comments, and they already are. So it's the stigma's always going to follow me everywhere, man. Right? Not everybody's going to be privileged to understand that. Hey, I won my case, right? Because I say winning, because hey, everything that I put on that formal complaint, I can prove. Right. So I'm confident. When I say win my case, it's like everything that I put on that fucking formal complaint, I can prove it. Not only proving it by with facts and audio and video and documents, not just by me talking and trying to paint a good story. No, it's here. This is what it is, and this is what it is. I'm not the one that's going to have to be explaining themselves to, right? All I have to do is present the facts to what why I'm suing on this form of complaint. It's like a 2-3 page form of complaint. There's no there's no other way, man. I mean, there's no there's no other form of resolution other than this way. There's no other form. I don't see no other form other than somebody crashing out, right? I'm not gonna crash out, man. I'm past that point, right? If I was gonna crash out, man, I was gonna crash out the first few months. But uh I'm past that now, right? Now I'm to the point where, man, look, I'm almost at the finish line. Uh well, I'm almost there. Right? And that's what's gonna matter at the end of the day, man. Right? On the judgment that day. Like I said, man, I put in there like I can't it's like 8, 10 formal complaints explaining what they were, explaining that I can, prove everything. So everything they said about me, uh, I can prove. Not just me saying it and trying to sound good and be like, nah, 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 nah. I have everything, man. Because you've been manipulating, misinterpreting a legal document to fit the narrative of you defaming my character. Nowhere does it say conviction, plead out, nothing. It's a document from the state of Texas clearing of any wrongdoing. That's all it is. That's why the time will come when we will have to explain our actions. My videos are all defensive videos of an emotional distressed person. The lives that when I called, cussing y'all out, screaming at the top of my lungs, all those are defensive videos of an extreme emotional distressed man. Videos of cry out, right? Anger, extreme emotional distress. I guess for y'all, uh, hearing me cuss and scream at the top of my lungs is entertainment. But to me, it's called emotional distress. And it paints a vivid picture right there that when I'm calling you and I'm clearly telling you, no, I'm not fucking Francisco, right? I'm not Francisco. Yeah, it is you. It is you. It is you. You got that tattoo right there. Knowingly, you knew my birthday from the beginning. You knew my birthday from the beginning. And you knew that Francisco's birthday didn't match with mine. But you continued and continued. Right. So the video of me calling and hollering just paints a picture of a man in this emotional distress. Right. A man on the verge of crashing out, as you would say nowadays. Right. Oh, he was about to crash out. Well, shit. When people are defaming you and calling you a monster and a pedophile and a chomo and all these horrific, horrendous crimes that there's no convictions for, right? There's no plead outs. There's no cop outs. There's no less of a crime. There's nothing other than the paper from the state of Texas saying innocent, not guilty. So it's not, oh, I didn't know. No, you knew and you intentionally and willingly did it to cause me emotional, extreme, and also cause me bodily damage, right? Because you're putting a jacket on me to where it's on social media and somebody can do something to me, man, based off of your stories. Doxing me. I can't prove the doxing, right? So I'm not even arguing that shit. But the rest, I'm arguing. And that is my right, man, as a fucking citizen of this country, man. That if I feel that somebody has wronged me, we have a legal system to go about it, man. To where they can decide if I was wronged or not. But I know, and God knows, man, that when I came on this journey, man, I always did it with the good intentions of my heart, man. Not asking or seeking anything in return. It was for the truth, man. And if the family members are able to, yeah, he has, man. I mean, it's it's sad, man. You know, but everything gets spoken to existence, man. You know, the lies. God don't like ugly, man, and God knows my heart, man. I can tell you that, man. And He knows, I don't worry about the next man. I don't worry about what the next dude got or don't have. I ain't never been those type of dudes, man. I don't got a hater in my bone, man. If you say that I hate a man for what he got or don't got, no, I don't, man. I don't worry about what he got or I don't, man. I don't. It's just Texas moves swiftly, man. Texas, Texas doesn't play with this so with these civil cases, man. Right? It's real quick, man. They don't really got that fucking courthouse is empty, right? They don't got too much going on. It don't. They got more stuff going downstairs, man. Right? It seems like they're more marrying people and doing these evictions and uh, homeowner disputes and landlord disputes. Uh, Small claims. There wasn't too many. Every time that I've gone to the court, there ain't too many people. Right, so I'm pretty sure it's not like, oh man, we got a backlog and we're gonna extend it. No, they give you so many days, man. They give you so many days to where, hey, this is a time frame, 45 days. Uh, then it's trial. So then you can file for. So it's only so much time you can do and extend it, man, before it's done. And it's a done deal, man. Then it's off to Google and YouTube, man. See what I can get from Google and YouTube. Uh, See if I can, because I'm already speaking into existence, man. Like I'm winning the case, man. It's won. It's won already. It's no. If all I have to do is prove my complaints with 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 physical evidence, audio and video and documents, then it's like almost like a fucking accident, man. Like if I can show that the other person was 100% liable and that there's nothing I could have done differently than never interacted with them, right? That's my biggest mistake, that I reached out to him. That's the only thing that I did wrong, man. I think if I would have never reached out to him with me trying to make a like a friend or something, man, because those were my intentions, man, were to reach out to him like a friend, not like an enemy, right? Because if my intentions were to reach out to an enemy, I would have been like, nah, man, fuck you, man, y'all going down, woo 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 woo. Nah, that would have been different, man. Right? So it is what it is. You know what I mean, man? It is. Well, I don't feel like I've done anything wrong, man. Everybody's trying to say, "Oh man, when you make videos, everybody's making videos about Mark, right?" That's why everybody's over there tuning into Youngblood, right? Because now he talks about Mark too as well. Right? So it ain't about people talking about Mark. It's just people don't want me talking about Mark. Why? Because I tell the truth. Is that why I'm not allowed to talk about Mark? Why? If everybody else is saying Mark is guilty, I'm saying Mark is guilty, but everybody else is allowed to talk about Mark, but I ain't allowed to talk about Mark. Everybody be talking bad about everybody, man. That's why I distance myself, man. The day will come to where, hey, everybody's gonna know the truth, man. Everybody's gonna know the fucking truth. eh. Once the case is done, everything's gonna be public. Everything's gonna be public knowledge, man. Everything's gonna be public knowledge. And once the case is over, I will show you everything of my former complaints on what's on those documents. Right. I'm confident 100%. I can prove everything that's on that formal complaint. Once the case is done, I'll present it to everybody. Like, look, there it goes right here, right? This is the verdict. This is what happened. And there's nothing on that paper that I can't prove, right? I didn't put the doxing on there. I can't prove the doxing. So I didn't put that in the argument. I'm only arguing the stuff that I can prove. I'm not gonna take up the court's time and bullshit them around, right? Because at the end of the day, I want the court to be for me, right? And the only way the court is going to be for me is if I present facts. That's the only way the court's going to be for me. I have to present solidified, solid facts. And then the courts will agree with me. That's the only way. They're not going to go based off how many people believe, how many people give you thumbs up, how many people comment on your video saying, oh, Noel's a fucking chomo, right? It's not going to be based off of that. It's going to be based off facts. What are my complaints? Can I prove them? Yes. My only mistake was interacting with them, right? The judge is going to tell me, is there anything that you could have done differently? Your Honor, the only thing in reality I could have done different was not have never reached out to him from the beginning. That's my mistake, right? I got text messages of him like when I thought my channel was hacked, right? He sends me text messages. I can help you with your channel, but send me the password. Right? Send me the login and the password, and I can help you with your channel. Right? If you want your channel back, I can help you get your channel unhacked, but you're gonna have to trust me. Send me the login and the password. Yeah, right, right. What do you think he was gonna do? If I thought that I was hacked, right? He would have been like, "Oh man, your shit got destroyed." Right? But I ain't too stupid. That's like giving somebody your fucking debit card and your and your CC number, right? It wouldn't make no fucking sense. But that tells you the type of character he is, right? Trying to feed off the deception of what you're going through, your vulnerability, instead of really saying, "Nah, man, man, you're taking this shit too seriously, man, and your shit ain't hacked." But no, he was feeding off my insecurities, off my vulnerability, off my weakness. Right? I understand why the dude hates me, right? I understand, right? Because if you've had this image and you've been carrying it and portraying yourself this image for so long, and people believe this image, and in reality, it's like, man, fuck, bro, you've been pulling okey dokes on people, man. You know, so that's how we're gonna decide, man. That's how. This is what the don't let the videos. I don't even. That's the honest truth, man. I don't even watch the videos, man. Because what is he gonna do? Is all he's gonna do is just like it's gonna do nothing, man. Because it's like I'm past that point of seeking retributions that way, man. I'm not. Ain't no point in me making videos of hollering and bitches and hoes and doing all that type of nonsense, man. Right? I never carried myself that way, and why start doing it now at a late age? Better just let it play out, man. Just let it play out. It's. I mean, that's all I can do now is just let it play out, man. And let the honorable Sasha Moreno let her decide. Right? Let the honorable judge decide if I have a case or not. The honorable judge is from El Paso, right? She's from El Paso, Texas, man. There was two judges, right? There was, I think, what was that the guy's name? There was a guy and a female, but I decided to go to the females' court, right? They have more sympathy, but they're mean too. You know what I mean? They're firm and how can I say, man? It is what it is with them, man. And they have a little bit of leniency and firmness, right? Not like a man judge. Man judge gonna be like, oh man, they're gonna probably be like, oh, maybe you're being too weak about it, right? So you gotta know what kind of judge you wanna, you know, plead your case to, man. Right? And like I said, man, we all have past, man. And some of us have taken steps to try to better. It's not gonna erase our past, but at least help us become more of a contributing member of society, right? That we don't need people and shouldn't give people the right to speak bad about you, right? Especially in the worst way that they can. Sexual misconduct is one of the worst things anybody can say about you without proof, right? Without any kind of convictions or what proof do you have? So there's no that defeats the purpose of you know on what I'm doing in the courts, man. My case is as they would say, it's a slam dunk, man. It's no there's no ifs buts about it, right? And the only way is to show y'all, man. The people that are still around and still going to be around to witness it, man, and understand. Is my channel or my image, is it going to be the same? No, it's never going to be the same, man. Right? It's not. It's you know, and that's why it shouldn't be right for people, man, to be able to say and do stuff that's not really true about you, because it damages your like I said, man. Like, I wasn't alive, somebody else is live yesterday, man, and I just dropped a comment, and I guess somebody had been watching the Mark saga, and they're like, oh yeah, this ain't about booty bandits, and already, so it's like that stigma is always going to follow me around, man. It's not going to be uh welcome to Texas podcast, the one that exposed Mark. No, it's welcome to Texas podcast, the Chomo, right? And that's the reality of this shit, based off this guy's defamation of my character, right? And that's what it is. So that's why I have to take. I decided to take the proper steps, uh, and prove to somebody that really understands the law, or can make that call and be like, man, hey, you're in the wrong. But I'm not gonna sit here and say what the judge is gonna do or say. I'm not gonna say she's gonna grant me, but based off of what I know, and the facts, evidence, proof. uh, I can prove 100% everything. Right? So if I can prove 100%, uh, my 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 chances of winning the case are highly. So I'm confident. Uh, I'm confident. So I'm not gonna go on here and start calling them out their names and start calling woo, 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 and start uh, giving them any kind of ammunition to paint a different picture. Right? They victimized me, and I got to continue. I've did enough defense videos. I already have enough. There's no point. There's no more point in me doing any more kind of defensive videos. Right? It'll defeat its purpose. So now I'm basically just giving you an explanation of what's going on. Uh, don't want people to think I got my health to take care of. I got this to deal with. I got something else to deal with. So once everything is done, I'll be able to show y'all the judgment card, man. Whatever the outcome is, man. Right? Uh, I'm confident. I'm gonna pray to God that that the judge can see it my way. Because if it's all about facts, then I shouldn't have no problem. That's the way I see it. If everything's going to be based off of facts, then I have no problem. So if that's what the courtroom is, then I'm confident that I'm going to win. I shouldn't be having no doubts. Now, uh, I'm not going to do any more defensive video. I already have enough, man. Like fuck that video right there when I called them screaming at him, just paints a picture of an extreme emotional distress, man. Right? I mean, because uh, once I'm talking there to the honorable judge, she's gonna be able to see the composure uh, on how I talk. Right? That I'm not gonna be that person that's right there screaming and hollering on that panel. Right? She's gonna understand that. Damn, this guy was really going through it. Right? He was really going through emotional distress. Right? Not only is it's verified, it documents that this guy he suffers from a mental health. Right? He got mental health. Right? Everybody suffers from mental health from one point or another. It doesn't give anybody a right to shame me. Right? I'm no lesser of a man because I can admit that uh, I have mental problems. Right? It doesn't make me a less of a man. In reality, it makes me an honest man that I can accept myself from my flaws, uh, and be like, hey, maybe you really are mentally unstable at times. So hey, well, fuck. So y'all have a good one, man. It's been good, uh, venting, relieving of this little bit of emotional stress. It ain't never gonna be the same, man. I'm always gonna be, looked at one way or another. But at least this verdict and judgment, will give me myself and everybody else that has any kind of doubts peace of mind. Right? And let them decide after that. If they still want to believe whatever they want to believe, uh, they can continue doing that. Right? I'm not gonna uh, once this civil case is over and I present the facts on what it is and what is not, I'm gonna leave it alone. Right? Because by just the verdicts and the judgment should be sufficient. Right? And it's public knowledge. I'll show you certain stuff, and then other stuff you're more likely to go populate it yourself from the files. But that's all I can do, right? It's just have a peace of mind, man, because the damage is done. It's irreversible. Even when I do prove a verdict on my behalf, it's still a yeah, it proves something, but damage is done, man. It's done. It's done. There's no there's no really nothing coming back from it, man. Even through I'm going to win my case. It's just like it's like you can say my social media, it's over, man. It's a wrap, you know. Even if there at one time it was or wasn't going to be, or uh, if I ever had a thought of wanting to be a content creator, that's out the window now, man. Right? It's out the window. Even when I prove my case and everything comes to the light, it's out the window. Right? So it's like it defeats the purpose of you doing any kind of videos. So it's like I don't know, right? I mean, don't think that's why. My wife's like, "Man, you're gonna go do another video?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm gonna go do it because I don't want people to think that I'm hiding and I'm just bluffing and I'm just doing I'm doing this for like a bluffing or whatnot." A lot of characters think, "Oh, this guy's probably not going to go through it. He's just bluffing, or when it's all come to said, he's not going to show up." Uh, No, man, it's nothing like that, right? It's just everything's gonna go through the steps. We're gonna have an outcome of this. At the end of the day, there will be an outcome. I will explain it, uh, and after that, I'm going to leave it alone, man, because it's not gonna. Like I said, it's not really. It's gonna give me and certain people a peace of mind, but it's not gonna be the answer to the damage, man. It's like so. In a way, it's like in reality, I'm not gonna get the justice that I want, right? Yeah, I fucking win. Yeah, but it's like the damage is done, man. Even if they award me $9,500, right? Even if they award me $95 and they give me the judgment on everything, and I go to YouTube and have his channel terminated, right? The only way that I'm going to get any kind of fucking justification is if I get his channels terminated, right? That's the only way that I'm going to actually feel like I got justice, right? That's the only way, right? That's the only way that I feel that I'm really going to get justice, right? I might win this verdict and get awarded, but in reality, I'm not going to really be feel vindicated. You know what I mean? Until his fucking channel is gone, right? And winning the verdict is half of that battle on that end, right? If I can prove, which I know I can, 100% on what all my claims are, I can I can then present that to YouTube and Google and show them of what's been going on. That's all I can do, man. Because at the end of the day, it's like even when I do win this verdict, it's not going to bring my image back. It's tarnished, man. And I made that realization to be like, man, even if you do you're not going to get seek justice until you get that channel terminated. And the only way that I can do that is, winning my case, man. I'm not gonna be doing any kind of defensive videos or explaining myself in any video. There's no more of me explaining myself to YouTube anymore. Uh, now it's just we're gonna explain ourselves to somebody that matters and understands the law, and let them decide. That's it. There's no more of me trying to hear from anybody or explain yours. No, there's no more of that, man. We're gonna be in the position to where we'll explain to each other face to face in a courtroom, right? In a courtroom, because I'm going all the way, man. I'm going to the trial. I'm going to trial, man. I'm going to trial. I'm not taking no plead out. I'm not taking no. I'm not taking no out of court settlement. I ain't taking none of that shit. I ain't taking none of that shit. Right? No out of court negotiations. None of that. Right? I don't want. I done blocked all the numbers. I don't want nothing. Right? I don't want no out of court nothing. Right? I want to go straight to fucking trial. Right? That's all I want to do. I don't want no fucking plea bargaining, no negotiation, none of that shit. Right? I just want what I want on that relief. Right? Read the complaints, and then you can see what I'm asking for. That's what I'm seeking for, man. Right? So I'm not gonna be doing a. If y'all want to see any kind of uh defensive videos, uh, here in a little bit, I'm gonna start making certain videos public again. Right? Uh, Especially the ones where they can see me rant. Right? So I want them to use my videos against me of a distressed man. Right? What do you expect from a person that has a mental health, right? That suffers from mental health, man, right? Uh, you're gonna put that person in extreme emotional distress, and boy, I paint a vivid picture of it, right? All that. I think I even got that fucking hernia that day, man. I think people were telling me I was gonna pop a vein. I think I did pop a vein. I popped the fucking hernia, right? I think I got that. That's why I got this fucking hernia. I got this fucking bulge coming out of my groin right now, right? It's like a fucking uh the ultrasound says it's 4 centimeter, right? It's already going into my testicle, man. That motherfucker be hurting, right? That motherfucker be hurting, man. I guess that's all the effect of you know, extreme emotional distress, right? Fucking all that hollering, all that "Ah, fuck, I was about to pop a vein in my neck eventually, right? And that's what happened, man. A hernia. The hernia went to the weakest spot, man. Right? Gravity. Doctor said, "Hey, man, that's gravity, man. That's the weakest spot." I guess it makes sense. Uh, every time I holler and scream, I get tensed up and anxiety, and my body tenses. It's a bad feeling, man. Especially when you suffer from anxiety. My heartbeat starts beating, and start sweating, and uh, it's a bad feeling, man. You know, uh, That's why this year has not been very good to my health, man. And the only thing I could have done differently was to avoid this guy. I should have never reached out to him, man. That was my number one mistake. Uh, Ever having any kind of interaction with him. Number one mistake. But hey, not knowing better, man. I didn't know how YouTube worked. Not knowing better, man. Not knowing better. Uh, I didn't know people took advantage of the vulnerability in the weak. I never done that, man. I ain't never did that. I ain't never manipulated people to do anything. Uh, Never, man. Never. These guys portray me to have victims. Nowhere on my documents do I have victims, man. Right? Nowhere. Nowhere. Not even on the fucking domestic violences. Right? Everybody fucking. If you don't know how Texas works, you go figure it out, man. Read the fucking documents. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do, man. That's all you have to fucking do. But man, y'all have a good one. Probably catch y'all around. I don't know, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I probably, I don't know, man. I probably hit y'all up, man. Somewhere probably. Let me see. I got too much coming up, man. I got too many doctor appointments, and I gotta get surgery for this fucking hernia pretty soon. Uh, so I got a lot of things going on with my health, so I gotta take care of that, man. At the same time, get my justice, man. He got to 14 days, man. It takes, I think, the process of a civil matter here in Texas is that after they get served, after you know, after they get served, they have 14 days uh, to reply, and we go based off of that. Then we go and see what they got to say to my complaints, right? If they can't if they can't tell the honest truth to my complaints, and uh, they're gonna prove that they were liable in intent with malice, well then, we'll let the judge, the honorable judge, decide if I was wronged or not. That's it. I mean, that's all we can do at this point, man. There's no more point of explaining to anybody, or anybody, talking out their neck. Uh, cause when it's all said and done, uh, it's not gonna be the outcome that these guys are thinking, man. Right? I guarantee you not. So y'all just sit back and don't let it don't let videos and clicks decide your opinion, man. At the end of the day, that's why we have legal system, and go based off of that, man. I've been cleared of any wrongdoing by the state of Texas before, and I will get cleared again, right? Because at the end of the day, the facts and the truth will always speak for themselves, right? Uh, so don't let videos, people holding panels, don't let that decide your. It's gonna be beautiful, man. Right? Hopefully, matter of fact, man, tomorrow I'm gonna turn on my computer and I'm gonna reach out to Google support, uh, YouTube support, and see what I can do on that end, right? Like, what do I have to do, like, to be able to prove that this guy is, slandering, using, weaponizing YouTube? YouTube can't prove it because he deletes the videos. So my only way to prove it is to, show them the videos. Um, because I think YouTube, I think they have like a hard drive, man, to where you can upload videos to them, and they give you like they'll have access to that hard drive as well, or that cloud. And when you contacted them, you send the videos that you want them to look at through that drive. But since he's deleted it, I have to send them like a video from like my file. So I have to figure that out. Right? Usually it would just be like a a share. You go over there and you copy the the title of the video, and the right, and they would give you you would share it. But this, since he's deleted it, I have to upload the videos through my file and through my drive, and I just haven't been doing it, right. So tomorrow I'm gonna do it. It's Labor Day weekend, uh, so you know I have a little bit more free time to do that investigation on how that Google and YouTube works, and uh, and show them that, hey, look, this guy's deleting videos of, you know, serious allegations, defaming my character, uh, misinformation. He deletes the videos. But here goes the videos. I hope so, man. I hope so. I'm not. I hope so. I mean, at the end of the day, we're gonna we're gonna figure it out right then and there, man. You know, in the Texas law room, it's gonna be a swift Texas justice, man. You know, and outsiders are not really welcome in Texas, man. Especially when they come with bad intentions. You know, fellow Texans don't like outsiders hurting Texans, man. Especially when you can prove your case. So we're not gonna sit here and try to explain or win a verdict in the chats. Right? We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna say, oh, all I'm saying is that I'm confident that if all I have to prove is my complaint with facts, then I have a winning case. That's all. Right? That's all I have to show is to prove my complaint. Right? It's basically say if I call somebody a thief, right, I should have audio or video of him committing that crime. Right? I should have audio or video in order for me to be able to call him a thief. I can't just call him a thief because I feel like it. There has to be proof and facts of why you're calling a person a thief. But hey, that's not for us to decide if we're guilty or not, right? That's why we have a legal system. That's fine. That's fine. He can do that. I have no problem. If he burns him up, more power to him, right? All he did was acknowledge being served. I'm fine with that. He can burn them all he wants. That's his prerogative. That's his fucking. Is he trying to keep worm up in that bitch? Is he trying to keep worm up in there? Is he trying to? Hey, let me find out he's in there burning fucking paper to keep warm up in that bitch. Is he trying to keep warm up in there? That he's burning shit? Hey, hey, that's his paper, man. That's his copy. That's his copy. He can do what he can eat it. He can wipe it. He can wipe it on his chest. He can feed it to his kids. Whatever he decides to do, that's his choice. That's his prerogative. I'm not going to lose no sleep over it. The job has been done. He can do, once again, there's no more explaining yourself. Right? You don't need to explain yourself to YouTube anymore. You don't need to explain yourself to me. We will have our day in court. And then you could bring everything, your videos of rebuttal, bring them along. But it's not going to decide the outcome on YouTube. Right? We're not going to get the outcome here. The outcome is going to be Court 4, Precinct 2. That's where the outcome is going to be. Right? Not on YouTube chat room. It ain't going to come on there. No, I don't need to watch it. Right? It's all defensive video. He can explain it all he wants to the honorable judge. Right? He don't need to explain it to me. Right? The one that has to make sense to is the honorable judge. Right? It might make sense to you, but we have to let the honorable judge decide. Mr. Attorney Ted B. Line, We have to let the Honorable Sasha Moreno, let her delegate and control the courtroom. She's the one that got stuff. Yeah, I'm not worried about it, man. The rebuttal, like I said, he can review and argue all he wants. He can burn everything, all the copies he wants. That's his copy. Right? That's his copy. All that matters is he got served. That's all I care. Right? That's all I care. That he got served. That's all that matters. That he got served. If he wants to burn him, feed him, hey, hand him out. That's not my problem. Right? He can explain and do explanations of videos all he wants. They have no meaning, they have no value, and they hold no merit. But what it does hold value and merit is in the courtroom setting. And that's where he has to explain himself and bring all his rebuttals. Don't do it on YouTube. Right? I'm not worried about it. It doesn't, I lose no sleep over his defamation of character, man. Right? He can continue to try to justify his actions, but he's liable with malice and intention. Right? He can argue all he wants, man. He can burn everything. At the end of the day, we'll have our day in court. And that's all that's going to matter. Not your opinion, not my opinion, not anybody's opinion other than the honorable judge. She's the one that's going to decide if I was wronged or not. All I have to do is prove my case. He can rebuke all he wants. All he wants. But when you're willingly, knowingly, and intentionally, it's going to be kind of hard to try to backstep from that. No, no. The research was done and told after these allegations were said, right? From the defendant, right? If you would have done your proper research, you would have found there's no convictions. There's no even if you research, there's no convictions. Do you know manipulating, misinterpreting a legal document is no different. If you, Mr. Ted B. Lyon, if you misinterpreted and manipulated a legal document, it would be considered malpractice. But since he's not an attorney, it's considered defamation of character. So you can rebuke all you want, but you cannot misinterpret, manipulate a legal document that has cleared a man of any wrongdoing to fit your narrative of defamation of character. I don't know. All I know is that I heard it from Dante Lamar Bell the first time. Whoever told him, I don't know, and I don't care. Right? I didn't hear it from them. I heard it from Dante Lamar Bell the very first time on his platform, on his messages. I don't know who fed him that information. Right? I don't know who Just Jay is. Just Jay is just his fucking screen name. Just Jay is a fucking mist of air. Who is Just Jay? Right? Who is Just Jay? I know who Dante Lamar Bell is. That's the first time I heard it from Dante Lamar Bell. And that's why I'm taking legal actions against Dante Lamar Bell. Because as the content creator or a journalist, you have to fact check. You have to do your due diligence and research. Right? So when you do malice and bad intentions, we don't have to back and forth. We'll have our day in court and we'll see the outcome of it, man. Right? Continue to try to okay, keep on thinking that. Keep on thinking that. Cause I don't know who Just Jay is. I've never heard of him only until I met Dante. Right. I heard of Just Jay through Dante Bell. Right. I didn't hear Just Jay and then I heard Dante. No, I met Dante. I met Dante Bell and then Just Jay. Then all these other guys started coming into the mix. I don't know these characters. Just Jay, I don't know his real name. Right? I don't know, and I could care less. Because the person that offended me the first time that I heard it was Dante Lamar Bell. I didn't hear it from nobody else. Now, after he initiated it, then that's when I started hearing it from everybody else. Since he's a large platform and all these other smaller platforms feed off of him, it's like a pyramid, right? He's a giant content creator with 150,000 subscribers that all these other small channels feed off of him. So whatever he puts out there, the smaller channels feed off of him, right? So I wasn't aware of all these other guys until Dante Lamar Bell made them aware, right? So to my knowledge, the defamation of character that I heard was from Dante Lamar Bell. Right? And that's why I'm taking legal actions. Now, whoever he heard it from, June, Paul, Susie, Luli, Paul, I don't know. No, I don't need no legal advice. And I'm banning you. You get the fuck out of here. Fake ass attorney. Fake ass attorney coming in here trying to spin a narrative. You ain't gonna get no kind of ammunition, right? Of trying to manipulate, right? That's why I decided to make this video once again. The first time that I heard any kind of defamation, serious allegations, misinformation, sexual misconduct, medical misconduct was from Dante Lamar Bell. I heard from Dante Lamar Bell. Then everybody else started feeding off of it. Right? Everybody else. Right? So that's why I'm taking legal actions against Dante Lamar Bell. Right? Because I heard the slandering, the defamation coming from his voice. So I don't know who told him, and I can care less. Right? I'm not in here to backtrack on who gave him the information. All I know is that I heard it from Dante Lamar Bell. He can say he heard it from so-and-so, but that doesn't exclude that you were wrong. So if that's your argument point, that I didn't know better, Your Honor, I didn't know better, well, good luck with that excuse. Right? Good luck. Good luck. Right? Because it's as a content creator, your job is to produce facts. And if you're going to produce some damaging information, it needs to be true. It can't just be, oh, somebody told me. No, it doesn't work that way. Right? Because like I said, once again, I got to make it public. I did not hear any kind of defamation from anybody else other than Dante Lamar Bell. Right. Nobody else. From my personal experience and my personal knowledge, I am not aware of anybody else until Dante Lamar Bell put it out there. Once again, making it public. I became aware of the defamation of my character, my slandering from Dante Lamar Bell. I don't know who told him, and I could care less. Right. Just because somebody else told you doesn't make you doesn't give you a pass. Right? It doesn't work. Society doesn't work like that, especially not the legal system. Right? Especially when you're a content creator and you're no different than a journalist. Right? Especially if you're going to be reporting facts. So it's going to be a good one, man. It's going to be a good one. We're going to see the outcome of it, the rebuttal, and we'll see the outcome of it, man. You know, from what I can see, you see my winning case, right? When defendants start pointing the finger, once they start pointing the finger, that's why if you're gonna do a crime, man, do it on your own. If you're gonna do a crime, I suggest don't do a crime, right? Don't go out there doing a crime. But if you do it on your own, man, right? Because at the end of the day, they're gonna put you on a room and it's gonna be finger pointing. He said that, she said that, he said this, she said that. Right? But like I said, once again, I was made aware from Dante Lamar Bell from the slandering and the defamation of my character. Right? I don't know where he got that information. It's not my responsibility. I don't care. My thing is only that if you're going to report something facts. And if you don't know the facts, do your research. Right? Because even if you do your research, it shows that there's no convictions. Right? Nowhere does it say that I have any kind of sexual convictions. Nowhere. But once again, manipulation and misinterpretation of legal documents. But we'll see what happens. I got things to do. I got to go build this Lego, man. This Nike Lego. Pretty good Lego, man. I got a lot of stress. I've been breaking my head too much with this legal matters. And it's time for me to put my mind at rest for a couple of days, man. You know, paper been signed. He can burn it all he wants. You all I care is that you signed it. Right? That's all. That's all I care, right? Is that you signed it. Right? So once again, I, Noel Martinez, was aware of slander and defamation of my character from the defendant, Dante Lamar Bell. That's the honest truth to the best of my memory. And it'll show and paint the text messages, the screenshots, the audio, and the video. Everything is painted. So have your rebuttal, have what you want to have as an argument, and may the best man win. That's it, right? That's it. That's how this is going to be come out to. May the best man win, man. Right? I know I got a winning case, man. That's why I didn't even decide to pay the lawyer, right? The lawyer's just there in case I need her. Right? She's there just in case I need her. Right? She's the one that's guiding me. She's the one that's telling me. She's there, right? But like I told her, I'm like, look, let me see how far I can get. Uh, Once we get a trial date, I'm gonna need your services, and it's that fucking simple, man. Right? How do you think I've been, my guy? Right? Just wait, man. Just wait. Bro, I can show you more than what I've been telling you, man. Go make you another account. Uh, Try to get me mad, but you see, I'm past that stage. Right? The stage I'm in right now, man, is like I'm gonna go build me a Lego. I might show you a page right now. I might show you a screenshot of the Lego I'm building. Uh, Go relieve some stress real quick on this Lego. Ah, man. And let nature take its course. We'll see the outcome. We'll see if there's any case. We'll see, man. We'll see. Right? They can rebuke all they want, and I could care less, man. Burn copies of. Ooh, is that supposed to show me that you don't care and you got a strong case, you got a weak case? Yep. Bye bye. Bye bye. I'll block you away too. You see? Yeah. But that's I don't have to I don't have to uh explain myself anymore, man. Fat Rob. You know what I mean? Go make you another account and explain yourself. You don't have to explain yourself on YouTube, man. If you like talking to yourself like American Psycho, you like talking to yourself and looking at yourself in the mirror to pump yourself up, make you think like you're actually somebody. Which in reality you ain't shit but a peon. But hey, if that makes you feel better, like you're somebody, which in reality you ain't nobody, right? And that's why you hate me, because I know that you live in a fucking shack. All right. Put some motherfucking real windows, man. Like put some motherfucking real locks on your window, man. Instead of using some motherfucking 2x4s to lock your windows. Get off the internet. Go provide for your family. Put a roof over their head, man. Winter's about to come. Is that shit even livable? Can you even live in that shit like that? Is that shack of what you call home? Is that shit even livable? Is that structure even safe? I don't know, man. I don't know. You don't want no fucking tragedy be happening down there. You know, fucking you come out of the news, say roof collapse on a family of 8, 10. Fix that fucking roof, man. As a matter of fact, get your loyal subscribers to pitch in and help you out with your fucking roof, man. Y'all need to go do that, man. Go help him out with this roof. Go fucking humanity home for humanity. You know, fucking put him in there. Somebody reach out to what's that place called, man, where they come and fucking help you build up your house because you need humanity help. You need that, man. But see, God ain't gonna bless you that way, right? Because all you doing is putting nothing but negativity into this world that ain't no positivity gonna come to you. Ain't no positivity gonna come towards you. Because all you're doing is pushing negativity into this world. And that's what you get. That's what you get. Big woman. Yeah, I'm a big woman. Go make you another count, chump. fucking chump. Go, 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 go get you a fucking ladder. Go get you a fucking hammer. Get you some nails and get you some motherfucking shingles. And start repairing that motherfucking roof of yours. That blue tarp ain't gonna do it, man. That little blue tarp ain't gonna do it. You see, you hate me so much because I know the truth, right? I know the real you. And it eats you alive that I know who you really are, right? You don't know me for shit, right? You don't know me, but I know you. I know you. I know that most of the shit that you portray yourself, you're not. You're not. It eats you alive, right? It's like that burning sensation, that ulcer sensation. Like if you ate some atomic wings from Wingstop, right? That boiling sensation. Sad situation, man. Right. It's sad, man. It's sad. Instead of being a fucking provider, a protector for your kids, you're over here protecting and try to normalize a man's deviancy. Why not be up there in your motherfucking roof fixing that roof, man? Winter's coming. Winter is coming. God, I feel bad talking about you, bro. I feel bad, man, because God's gonna punish me, man. I'm gonna leave that shit alone, right? I'm gonna leave that shit alone, man. You know, you gotta. I don't gotta tell you who you are. You gotta look at yourself every day in the mirror so you know who you are, right? Ain't no point in me kicking a dead horse, right? You know who you are, right? You gotta look at yourself when you brush your teeth. That's even if you fucking brush your teeth, right? From the looks of it, I don't know, man. I might be wrong, right? I might be wrong, right? You know how they say, don't never judge a book by its cover. Ah, I might be wrong. It might be like that fucking movie, like Harold and Kumar. You know, when Harold and Kumar is out there in the motherfucking woods and he looks at that fucking trailer shack out there. But once they step in there, it's a fucking mansion. Like, whoa, what's going on in here? I know y'all seen that movie, Harold and Kumar, Escape from Guantanamo Bay. Hey, you know what they say, man? Don't judge a book by its cover. I might be wrong, man. I might be wrong, you know what I mean? That shit, you might step in there, that shit might look like the Trump building. Have every fucking amenity you want, right? Golden toilets, golden faucets. Hey, I don't know, right? But I can understand why somebody would hate, right? I can understand your hatred, man. Right? And all it does is fuel. Uh, I love it, man. I love it, right? Because the more negativity you push out to this world, 10 times it comes out to you, right? Me, that's why, man. I'm gonna stop talking bad, and because I don't want God to punish me, man. It's not a. You're not supposed to be measuring a man by what he has or don't have, right? You should be measuring a man by his character. And let's say this guy's, let's say Bunks ain't worth a motherfucking shit. Let's keep it that way, right? Let's keep it that way. Let's keep it that way, right? All this shit, these pieces of shit said about me, man. It's like once I say something, I'm in the wrong, right? I'm in the wrong. Everybody gets uh all upset, gets all razzle dazzled. They get all razzle dazzled, right? But the truth hurts, man. Right? The truth hurts. Right? The truth hurts. Harry Bear, bye bye. You out of here too, Harry Bear. Any kind of name with the hair Bear, you gone, man. I'm gonna make you another account. Go make you another account and come hit me back up, man. Right. God. Everything is coming together. Everything. All the pieces will come together and we will get a beautiful puzzle. A Monet. Beautiful. Picasso. We will. Ain't no, like I said, Megan, ain't no point of it. Right now, this video is just my venting and doing a public announcement, man. Public acknowledgement that, uh the first time that I heard any kind of defamation or slandering of my image and character, my name was from Dante Lamar Bell. Right. That's the honest truth. Uh and that's why I've decided to sue this character. Right. I can't be suing screen names, right? I can't be suing uh characters, right? That I don't know who the fuck they are. Right. That'd be really chasing a dog's tail, right? Suing everybody else other than the main character, right? And that'll defeat the whole fucking purpose. If it's the head of the snake, it's the big giant content creator with 150,000 subscribers, cult like following, right? It's like a fucking CNN, right? How many people off YouTube go feed off CNN or Fox or any of these other broadcasts and they report the news, right? They report the news. So, man, it's a good one. It's been good. Two-stepping with y'all boys and fellas, ladies. I doubt there's any ladies out there, but if there's any ladies out there, let me tip my little hat to y'all. Y'all have a good night. I'll catch y'all fellas. I don't know when I'm gonna catch y'all fellas around. Uh, don't know. Maybe in a couple of days. Uh, maybe when I get I don't know. I won't keep y'all waiting too long, man. I know I gotta give the ops my presence. I gotta, you know, I gotta show my face, man. Let you know that I'm still around. Uh, I told you, man. The only thing that's gonna take me out of this is, man, it's my illness, man. And right now, I'm still going at it with the illness. And hey, I ain't gonna let it. I ain't gonna stop the mission at hand, man. Mission at hand is getting civil justice, and we'll go from there, man. I'm not. Once again, y'all, I'm not going to say here and say, hey, this is what's going to happen, right? Because I'm not the judge. I'm not the judge, man. But if all I have to do is prove my case, my arguments with facts within 100%, right? It's that simple. It's that simple. Uh, he can have whatever arguments he can have, but like I said, man, I'm a mental disabled person with extreme emotional distress, man. Uh, you could say I'm schizophrenic, I'm bipolar, I'm severe depressed. I mean, fuck. I'm like the weather in Texas, man. One day it's raining, 1 minute it's raining, the next second is sunny, and everybody's out there swimming and cruising, right? So I'm no different than the Texas weather, man. You know, I can switch moods in the drop of a dime of a hat. So it don't matter, man. You know, uh, good thing is that I can admit, man. You know, it's like a when a person's a drug addict or an alcoholic. You know, the first steps of recovery, of getting some kind of a resolution for your problem, uh, it's admitting it, man. You have to admit to yourself and be like, look, yeah, it is, man. Maybe it is. Maybe I do have a fucking chemically unbalanced situation, right? Maybe I do, right? So uh when you come to the realization that hey man, you know, it's nothing wrong with having a mental problems, right? It's no different, man. It's like, how are you gonna look at a warrior coming from the war that has mental problems? Right. Being in the streets, man, growing up in the streets, man, it's no different. You would consider it urban warfare, right? It's no different than somebody going to the military and experiencing urban warfare overseas. Any city, my story is no different than any other kid in the inner city, man. Right? My story is the same story. I'm pretty sure if you put 10 dudes in there, there'll be 4 or 5 dudes with a similar story. Oh man, I decided to sell drugs, or I decided to go rob, or I became a dope fiend, right? It's the same outcome, man. So it's not like I'm an odd. No, man. It's like it's my life has been lived by many people, and it's sad to say that my life and the life of your life and the people that live around you, somebody else is going to go through that path again, man. But it's our job, the people that have already been there, to try to guide people to try to avoid, man. Right? I didn't come on YouTube to try to glorify my past. Those were never my intentions to glorify the past. It's my past on what made me become the man that I am, the father, the law-abiding citizen. If I see a crime, I'm reporting it. Bye bye, Heather Brooks Savage. You gotta go, man. Right? You see, it's the honest truth, man. You don't people how can I say I think I've been more transparent than a lot of these folks, man. Uh I kept it as real as anybody can without meeting anybody personally, man. Uh, but that's, I guess, how you say you wear your emotions on your sleeve, and I tell it how it is, man. And some people might not like it. Some people might say, "Oh man, you're weak," uh, or some people might call you, say you're crazy, right? But to me, it's the way I've been all my life, uh, and I ain't gonna switch it up for nobody, man. I'm gonna continue. If I feel it's right, then I feel it's right? Until you prove me wrong. Right? And then if you can prove me wrong, then I'd be like, oh man, you proved me wrong, and I guess I was wrong. Right? It's that simple. Uh, you can come on here and try to manipulate and try to talk down and try to get yourself any kind of play. You don't got no kind of play. Right? You don't got no kind of play. The only kind of play you got is that if I tell you anything, if I cuss you out or I start talking bad about you, right? But shit, anything I tell about you is the truth, right? So, but I'm not. It's like with Mark, man, right? Uh, Talking about you is like beating a dead horse, man. It's like you're the one that has to look at yourself in the mirror. You know, you're the one that has to face your kids. You're the one that has to face your wife every day, not me, bro. Right? They know who you are. Right? You know who you are. Right? And that's all that matters. Right? And what matters is that I know who you are. Right? And I hate you, and you hate it, right? You fucking hate it, right? You hate it. Hey, it's Chucky. Hi, guys. Want to play? Hey, it's the good guy. Hey, what's up, good guy? Where's Candy at? Chucky, you wanna play? Good guy. Chucky. Chucky. Hey ho. What's up, man? Where we gonna go get the fucking you found the what's it called? The locket? Not the locket, but the fucking stone. You found a body? Have you found a body yet, Chucky? You Hey man. Hey, see, I gotta get it, man. It's like they want something so bad, man, but it's like you're gonna get what I give you. Eh? You take what I give you. Eh. But man, look, I don't like talking bad about people, man. I feel bad, man. You know, I don't. Once again, man, look, I'm not the type of guy that measures a man by his success on what he got and what he don't. Man, right? I don't. Right? And if anything, I got sympathy, man. I have morals. I have empathy, man. I was raised by a good, loving Christian mother, man. That even through I should hate these people for what they did, said. It's not in me, man. It's like I just have to let uh nature take its course, and I don't wish him any wrong. Believe me, man. Uh, God knows that I don't wish any harm or any kind of negative to them. Man. It might sound crazy, man. That you're like, man, what it's kind of contradicting because you're going through this legal action, you're suing this fucker, and at the same time you're saying you don't wish, yeah, and that in the sense of that I don't pray, I don't wish, I don't be like under my breath, be like, man, I hope that motherfucker gets ran over or hope he, nah, man, I don't hope, I don't waste my time on that shit, man. Right now, I'm all hot and steamed up, blood boiling up, but I'll get over it in a few minutes, man. You know, once I start doing my Lego and I get back into what my life is, my family, everything else disappears, man. Right? But I still have to put a stop to it, man. I have to make an example of be like, hey, look, this is what happens, man. This is what happens when you fucking think you can fucking talk about people and get away with it, right? Uh, like I said, man, I'm not an angel, right? I'm not an angel, but I've done things to try to correct my wrongs, man. Become a contributing member of society, man. Uh, I guess you could say at one time I was part of the problem, being a member of society, but now I see myself as a contributing member of society, man. Right? I go to little league. I go to little league games. I go to sporting events. I go to uh, when my son has events at school, I go. I'm in the stands. I mean, I'm doing everything an average citizen does, man. I'm trying to be a contributing member of society, man. I don't need people defaming my character worse of what I've already done myself to it, right? I've already damaged it to where I got a criminal background, right? I did that myself, but that doesn't give the right to anybody else to make me seem worse than what I really am to society, right? Where society has never labeled me that, right? I have no convictions. I have no fucking. All I have is a paper that says no bill, not guilty. A legal document that clears me of any wrongdoing. There was no crime. But you're not going to believe that, right? I can't sit here and justify and tell you the honest truth because you're not going to believe it. But apparently, whatever I told the state of Texas or whatever they brought up to their evidence and they came to their conclusion, there was no crime and there's no bill. I've already been cleared, right, of any wrongdoing. Even if you went to go do your research, you would see, hey, there's no convictions. Oh, what is a no bill? Oh, okay, let's go find out. Let's go find out why they didn't give him a no bill. Let's go find out. Right? Just like when you go find out why somebody was convicted, you go do your research and be like, oh, this is why he was convicted. Because it says he did this, he said did that, he did this, he did this. Right? You go back before you report on a scene of somebody being convicted, you go back, oh, he was convicted because of this, he did this, he did this on that time, right? But no, instead, you went to go choose to go manipulate, misinterpret a legal document to defame my character to benefit your narrative of portraying me as being this monster, which in reality I'm not, right? But this is what you were portraying me to be, based off a legal document that had cleared my name, right? Because a judge is going to look at that no bill. She's like, well, this is not guilty. So did you go look and research on why he was given no bail? That would have been the proper step before you made any kind of videos, any kind of conclusions, or any kind of a, because you went over the left field saying this guy did this and did this, and this document says he was cleared of any wrongdoing. So it's that's going to be for the courts to explain and do all that shit, right? Like I said, man, everything that I can that my complaint is, I can prove it. I can prove everything. Chucky, you need to go find a body, man. You need to go get in. You need to go and get into Mark Moore. You need to start going and when the thunderstorm comes, get under the lightning and get you that little 6 point star and start praying and get into old Mark Moore. I don't know how he's going to do it, man. He only got one arm though, but maybe he could put that. We could put that little inside that little pocket pouch right there in your chest. Yeah, I have a good one, man. I have, gotta go do my Lego and relieve some of this stress, man. Y'all have a good one, man, and we'll see the outcome of this, man. Y'all have a good one.